Hello, hello, hello. I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and I want to thank you for your support of simply just answering questions that you may have with audio, video, and home design. We are here at Paulsons and here in with our yes, with Mr. Matt Flesch, the sales consultant here at Paulson's Audio and Video, and our award-winning interior designer and principal designer, Veronica Simmons. So we will let them introduce themselves once more and again and get to our questions. Mr. Paulson?
So I'll go first.
Yes.
So thanks everybody for tuning in. If there are people that are trickling in, I don't know, Jackie, if you can see kind of what's going on, but my name is Veronica Simmons. I am the principal designer here at Simmons & Co. Design. We are here at Paulson's, and I'm excited because we get an opportunity to do a lot of projects with them, and I'm excited to bring to our audience Matt, who we work with a lot, who can give us a lot of detailed information about what actually happens when we're trying to do home automation. So I'll let Matt introduce himself and Paulson's, and then we'll get into it, I think.
Thank you, Veronica.
Yep.
First of all, thank you for allowing me to join you guys today. My name is Matt Flesch. I've been with Paulson's Audio and Video now for just over 9 years. I've been working with Veronica for just over 3 years. A little bit about Paulson's Audio and Video, if you're not familiar with us. We are a family-owned company, been in business for 30 years. We do have a large showroom, so we display TV, speakers, home automation, automated shades. We really do a nice job of displaying everything, and we want all of our customers to come in and get a feel for that. So we work hand in hand with these guys to bring their customers in to make sure the product works within their design.
Very good.
Awesome. So we're going to dive right into it, guys. Questions are going to be posed with our designer and our sales consultant here at Paulson's, and hopefully answer all of your questions that you guys had when you tuned in previously. So our first question is posed to both of them. Here we have, where should someone start in their home? Where should they start in video, home, decor?
So it's a good question, and it really depends on what type of project you're doing, right? In building, we like to start together.
Yeah, at the very beginning.
we like to start together. It's so much better when we're together from the beginning. So if you're thinking about building a home, then obviously you got to start with architect for some structural stuff. But then from a design aspect and from an automation aspect, we like to get in right when blueprints are being done, so we can analyze where we really want things to go. And obviously we're on the design, furnishings, colors, palette, moldings, door styles, cabinetry, all that selection, and Matt's on the other side of.
So we're on the implementation side. So for us, it really gets down to where the project starts. Is it a new construction? Is it a home remodel? Are we getting down to studs? Can we get wires to certain locations for TVs, for speakers, for any of the home automation products that you're considering? So we always want to get involved as quickly as we can. We're happy to help out no matter where you are in the project.
Sure.
It may take a little bit on our end to figure out how we can get wires from point A to point B. Maybe we can't. We go with a wireless solution. So there's a lot of different options, but I would say as soon as you're thinking about the project, call Veronica, call Paulson's, and we'll start from there.
And we get together.
Awesome. This is a great question. Why should someone work with Simmons & Co. and Paulson's together?
That is a great question. Because of us.
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
Number one. But really, it's because we cover different sides of the project. And it's not just us. I talked about an architect earlier, and it's really a lot of trades coming together to make sure that this house or this space comes out well. So finding people who work well together is critical in getting your design to come out well. If the homeowner is trying to play middleman between myself or Simmons & Co. and Paulson's and all the other people involved, it becomes extremely complicated, and it never works.
Right.
It never
Absolutely.
works. So I think it's because of the relationship we have. But what would you say?
I tend to agree with that for sure. I think what it comes down to is working with Veronica. It helps because I know her vision at the start of the project. So a lot of times we'll work with customers, they might not necessarily know what they want to see. And I always start that. Even if you're mounting a TV on the wall, what do you want to see on that wall? Is it just a TV? Do we want to see wires, which nobody ever does? But we want to see how that design at the end is supposed to look before we even get started. It really helps us make sure that project is what the customer's expecting and what Simmons and Company is expecting from us as well.
Good.
Awesome. Another great question, guys. It says, what can be automated in your home? I know you both have awesome answers for this.
Everything.
So I was going to start with
Right.
what can't we automate?
Yeah, that's an easier way to do it.
Really within the home, we can automate pretty much everything. So TV, speakers, automated shades. We can do automated door locks, garage doors, spas, pools, outdoor televisions, outdoor speakers. We can really sprinkler systems, your coffee maker. We
Security,
can make sure
HVAC, lighting,
all
of
them.
it.
Absolutely.
All of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. When is a good time to bring a designer into your project?
Well, we kind of already talked about this
Sure.
as early as possible. So, if you're thinking about starting a project, we would like to be one of the first phone calls because it becomes very complicated when decisions have already been made and we're trying to mesh a design with some decisions that can't be changed. So as soon as possible, and we really try to pride ourselves on bringing in the other people that need to be involved too as soon as possible. So if you bring us in, we can make sure Paulson gets in and whoever else needs to get in to do what they need to do.
Awesome.
Yep. The only thing that I would like to add is we work with the tradespeople, so the client never really has to do that interaction. We'll make sure electrical's placed in the exact location for TVs, for subwoofers, different things as far as different trades. So we take care of all of that for you.
Cool.
Awesome. This next question was posed right here or in Wixom, and it says, I live in a very small home. Can I still be automated?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why? I guess the question really is, it's when we kind of started, we were talking about this off camera. What is automated, right? What does a smart
What is
home
home
mean?
automation?
What is home automation, right? So any home can be automated. The question mark is just how far we want to go
Correct.
with the automation, right?
So to interject real quick,
Cut me off.
I did. I didn't mean to. I always ask the question, what is the client's expectation of home automation? Because what they don't realize is they probably already have some sort of automation already in their home. Whether it's a smart garage door, whether it's a smart thermostat, Nest, Ecobee, all those products are already in your home that you're controlling from an app. What we specialize in is how do we combine those smart aspects of your home and bring them all together within one central app, so then that way they can communicate with each other. So for instance, if you have automated blinds with Veronica, we can program it to where it's based on temperature in the house. So if your house gets too hot, we can automatically drop the shades. So now you're not turning on your HVAC right away. You might save a few bucks just by controlling the temperature with the shades.
right.
Nice.
And I guess to piggyback on that too, without cutting you off, is the
You knew I was
scenes
gonna add
with the scenes that you're trying to create in your house. That's another reason to me, when you talk about home automation, is having your life set up according to activities that you do. So if you know you're about to watch a movie and you want it to be movie night, you want to be able to hit one button and multiple things happen. You want your shades to drop. You may want your temperature to drop. You may want, obviously, the TV to come on a certain station or whatever needs to happen for that movie night to happen. At a touch of a button, we can do that here with Paulsons because all these different systems are integrated into one system.
Well, appreciate that. This is, I want to say thank you in advance, whoever posed this question, because this affects me. And it says, what is the one thing a client should know before reaching out to a designer? Take your time.
That is a good question.
Isn't it?
What is one thing a client should know before reaching out to a designer? There's a few things to know. I mean, when we start a project, we always send out a questionnaire that has some general questions about, what they're looking to do. We don't necessarily need clients to have a full vision because that's generally why they call us. We are really looking though for what their end goal is, what their end game is, what do they ultimately want to do in this space or in this home or in this lower level, whatever it is. What are their ultimate goals? How many people live in their family? Do they entertain a lot? What colors do they love? What colors do they hate? Some people know the answers to those questions. Some people don't. But as much information just about your general lifestyle, that helps to really get a project moving.
Awesome.
It's just a matter of more information the better when you're starting, for sure.
Awesome. Our next question, guys, is what is your favorite thing to be automated?
For me, it's lighting. One of the major reasons I like automating lights is not only can you program your outdoor lights to turn on and off at a certain time, you can really, we always call this, you can remove wall acne in your home. So if you ever walk a home and you walk into the kitchen and you have banks of 4 or 6 light switches in one single location, what we can do at Paulsons is help you shrink down that bank of light switches down to one single 6-button keypad. So we really help with the design element of your lighting, but it can tie into Veronica's point. We're watching a movie at night with the family, you hit play, lights automatically turn down, the shades drop. It allows you to really get comfortable within your own home. And then you're winding down at night. I can hit one button, turn off every single light in the house. So it can simplify things quite a bit in the house.
Awesome. This is a technical question. Thank you again. Does everything have to be hardwired?
It's a great question. The short answer is no. There's a lot of product that can be wireless. If we're going to go with a full smart home system with a lot of the items that we mentioned, we do prefer to hardwire a lot of different products, but we don't have to. So it really kind of depends on the phase of the project. If it's a remodel, new construction, we'll always recommend wiring. But if it's just a retrofit, we can absolutely do wireless.
Awesome.
Can I talk about that too as it
Absolutely.
relates to the window treatment? So the same thing goes for a lot of the automated shades that we do, which is we prefer for them to be hardwired, but they do not have to be. There's a lot of rechargeable battery options, but if we're taking a space down to studs, we're obviously going to hardwire everything like you guys. So we prefer hardwire, but in this day and age, there's a lot of just straight Wi-Fi options available where it doesn't have to be hardwired.
The other advantage to that is you don't have to get up on ladders to change batteries
true.
with automated
Yeah.
shades.
Awesome. This is a cool question, guys. For so many of us, we have the same question. How do I know the height to hang my TV? We're going to let you guys both answer that.
You want to take this one?
We actually work together on
Yes.
on hanging TVs because there are so many different things again to consider, right? So I'll say, okay, I want the TV right here, and Matt will say,
Can't happen.
Not gonna work.
Yep.
Is there a sound bar? What are we doing here? What about this? Right? So there are so many things to consider. And as far as where exactly the TV is gonna go, I'm thinking about aesthetic, and I want to make sure the TV doesn't line up with anything else. Is it lower than the bookshelf? We don't want this art right here. Are we gonna see stone on the side? I'm thinking about all these aspects. And then Matt reels me in with the technical
side. So a lot of the times customers prefer to put TVs over fireplaces. So the one thing that we have to be kind of aware about is codes.
Yes.
So we can't put a combustible item above a fireplace unless it's 18 inches above it, whether that's the speaker bar or the bottom of the TV. There's certain linear fireplaces that you can go closer. But that's definitely something that we have to consider. So in certain instances, it might not play into what Veronica wants to do. So we'll work together to figure out the best solution.
All right. Good information, guys. Our next question is, do you have a preferred system?
As far as a control system, we at Paulsons, we went with Control 4 as far as a whole home automation system. The reason why we really like them is we, again, want to try to bring in all the smart aspects of your home into one central ecosystem. You, of course, can do it yourself, have multiple apps if you choose to, but we want to simplify things, bring those systems together so then they can talk to each other. Being Control 4, you don't have to have Control 4 branded products to make those systems work. If you're interested in a smart home automation, I do recommend coming to the showroom. We have all aspects of it on our showroom floor, so we can really take you to a deeper dive of what it does, what it can do. But yeah.
Awesome. This is another great question. It is, what designer items can be automated?
Everything. Again, I mean, we kind of touched on this one too. There's not much in this day and age that can't be automated. I would say the things that are most popular are the shades. So they're window treatments, and that's blinds and shades for privacy and light control, but also draperies. Automated draperies are really coming on strong. Everybody wants them. So that's important. But lighting, what you mentioned, lighting is another big element in spaces. If I had to pick two things that I would love to automate in every space, it would be shades and lighting.
Awesome. How secure is home automation?
That's a good question.
Yeah, so again, we partner with Control 4, so it is completely secure in the fact that we would design a network. More times than not, we don't have to design a network, but it would be a closed network. And then with Control 4, everything would operate from their main server in Chicago. So we don't open any ports on your network, so nobody can hack in. I don't want to say that because there are people smart enough to do it, but it is a lot harder to do than if you're using some open-ended products like Ring, Nest, things like that. You have to have an open port on your router for. So it is a much secure system. And then we can dive deeper into the technical side when you come into the showroom.
Awesome.
Cool.
This is great. What makes automation so convenient? I'm pretty sure both of you want to piggyback on this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a lifestyle. If you're a client looking for a luxury lifestyle, obviously automation is a must. But it's becoming even more accessible, not just for a luxury lifestyle, but just for standard living. Being able to control your house from your phone or your tablet, or be out of town and be able to see what's happening at your house up north or house down in Florida. It's just becoming more of who we are. And so I think it's important. What would you say, I guess?
I would just piggyback off that. It just allows you to simplify your life. We try to make being at home easy. You have a long day at work, you want to come home, you want to relax. So we want to take a lot of the automation side and make it automated to where you don't even think about it. So you come home after dark, garage door opens up, we can automatically turn lights on. So if you have your hands full with groceries, you don't have to worry about hitting a light switch, anything like that. We can take care of that for you. Those are just certain instances. We want to try to simplify things as much as possible for you.
Awesome. Why Simmons & Co.?
Why not? Right? Right. So, I mean, we always say our slogan is simple, sophisticated, elevated. And those to me are the three reasons why you would want Simmons Co. We try to make things, you just said simple with the programming. We try to make things as simple as possible. When we have new clients and they come into the showroom for their first presentation, I would say probably 9 times out of 10, what they say is, "That's it?
Yeah.
That's all? Yeah, we're good."
Absolutely.
So it's simple, but we try to make it so that your space is still very comfortable for people to walk into. A lot of people don't like to hire designers because they say they don't want to have to. I don't want people to walk in my house and have to take their shoes off. I don't want people to walk into your house and have to take their shoes off either. Right. Not unless you tell me you want people to walk in your house and have to take their shoes off. The space can still be comfortable. A designer does not automatically mean that it has to be super posh and nobody can sit down and things like that. So making sure that the space is simply done, that it's sophisticated, and then just elevated. I want people to know that I've been there. I want people to know that your space, I don't want it to look like you did it, but I also don't want it to look stuffy. So I think those are the 3 reasons why Simmons Co. Are you going to ask him why Paulsons?
Absolutely.
Oh, I knew that.
I knew it was coming. I'm thinking the whole time. What am I going to say?
I knew it.
Paulsons is a staple in the Farmington Hills community. Like I said, we've been here for 30 years. I personally have known the Paulsons for close to 20 years. Been working here for 10. And I think the one thing that makes us a little bit unique from our competitors or the big box store is we're local to the community, and we have a large showroom. So we want you to come into the showroom, see TVs, listen to speakers, get a sense of what you're purchasing before you walk into Best Buy, or maybe it's Costco, ABC. We want you to get that hands-on approach that you wouldn't get anywhere else. And we take the same approach with our retail showroom as well as our home automation. We have over 35 employees, which I think is pretty great. Most of which are designated to the support side of things. So after your TV's installed, what happens if you have a question? You can call one of our programmers, our service department. We're here to help you out. I think where we really thrive is after the sale. We're all about customer service. I think that's our biggest advantage, and I'm proud to work here.
Awesome. You guys have anything you want to finish us up on, or did you leave out, or?
I think we covered everything. I mean, I'd like to thank Matt and Paulsons for hosting us here.
Awesome.
Jackie, our studio coordinator, and Emily at Paulsons did a great job pulling this together, so thank you to them for all their hard work. And you as well for just being an awesome MC. Anything from you?
No, again, thank you for bringing me on to this. I think it was a great segment. If you need anything from us, please come into the showroom, call. My name's Matt. And then if you need anything on the design side, you can't go wrong with Simmons & Co.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Once again, I'm Anthony. I hope you enjoyed, and you could always just come back and review our segment here. Once again, thank you so much. I'm Anthony. Enjoy.